Hi friends, thank you for being here today. My name is Kelsey and today we have a short tutorial style class in store. Together we are going to work through and break down the poses of Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B, or in Sanskrit, Surya Namaskar A and B. These sequences, they're meant to be challenging. They're meant to build heat in our body. They're meant to get our heart rate up, and they're meant to open our whole body, work a lot of muscle groups, use our core, use the strength of our arms. So if these feel challenging, if this is your first time ever doing them, know that that's how it's supposed to be, no matter your level of physical practice. So we will go through them pose by pose. I'll offer modifications so you can join us no matter what level you're at. And one pose in the sequence is part of both Sun A and Sun B. That's really important that I wanted to touch on is Chaturanga Dandasana. So this translates in Sanskrit literally, or in English, to four-limbed staff pose. And that's how our body wants to look in this pose, one long straight line throughout our whole spine. And using the strength of our core and our arms and upper body to lower with control and with maintaining that long straight line. I bring this pose up only because it is probably the most injury-inducing yoga pose when it's practiced incorrectly, and it's a very common yoga pose in transition. So we will break it down together, and I want you guys to learn it correctly and us to all practice it safely. So let's go ahead and get started on our knees. If you find that this position with your hips sitting on your heels is a little uncomfortable, you can sit up on a block, or you can sit up on a big pillow or a rolled beach towel. So go ahead and close your eyes wherever you're at. Feel your spine nice and tall, head stacked over shoulders, over hips, and take a big breath in through your nose. And a big sigh out through your mouth. Doing that again. Fully arriving, becoming present on your mat. One last time in and out. Sealing the lips, keep the eyes closed. Bring your breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Tapping into Ujjayi breath. Last breath together. Inhale, blink your eyes open. Bring your weight forward. Remove your block or pillow if you'd used one. Coming into tabletop, walk your hands forward. We just sit our hips all the way back into child's pose quickly or briefly. Let your head drop, stretch out your back. If you don't feel any stretch in your back, lift onto your fingertips. Lift your elbows even higher towards the sky. You should feel some opening for your shoulders. Breathe in and out. Inhale, go ahead and come back up into tabletop. Curl your toes underneath and sit your weight back into your heels. So it's like how we started, but with toes wrapped underneath, we're gonna open the bottoms of our feet. Inhale, find a T shape with your arms. Exhale, bring your right hand down, left hand up. Bend at your elbows, so your left elbow points up towards the sky, right elbow points towards the ground. And you're reaching your hands together behind your back. Maybe your fingers touch, maybe they don't. You can grab on to your shirt, wherever you're at. Inhale, lift your chest forward and a little bit up. Take your eyes upward. Exhale, come back to neutral. Release your arms back out. And same thing, other side. So go ahead, drop your left arm, right hand up, bend at the elbows. Again, with your inhale, allow your chest to rise, open slightly through the chest, feeling the bottoms of the feet opening too. Exhale, come back to neutral. Find the T shape with your arms, hands back to tabletop. Paddle out the tops of your feet if your feet were cramping. And then we're gonna, again, curl the toes underneath and move right into our downward facing dog, keeping the knees nice and bent to start. Drop your head. Find that long line of energy from your wrists out through your heels and up through your hips. And start to pedal out the feet, just waking up the back of the legs.
There's no wrong or right way to really move here as we wake up our lower body and our spine. Maybe you can shift your weight over towards one side, wagging your hips side to side. And wherever you're at, find stillness. Breathe in. And exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, come up high onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Look forward at your thumbs. And take as many little tiny baby steps with your feet up towards the top. As many steps as you can. Bending your knees as you get closer towards your hands. And then just letting your upper body hang over the legs. Drop your head. Whatever bend that you need, take it. Grab opposite elbows and find a little sway side to side. Say good morning or hello to your hamstrings. Putting a bend in your knees if there's not already one there. Drop your arms. Pull your belly button in. Slightly tilt your tailbone underneath. We're going to slowly roll upright to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Continuing to pull your belly button in towards your spine. Slowly rolling your shoulder blades down your back and stacking your head on top as you come upright. Great, we've warmed up slightly. We're going to move right into our Sun Salutation A. So go ahead and step up to the top of the mat if you're not there. Your hips are right above your heels, so taking your feet hip distance. Your toes are pointed forward towards the front of the room. Your palms rotate forward. This is our Tadasana Pose, head stacked on top. As we inhale, we reach our arms up, look up. This is standing mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive. So take your hands out by your sides and reach forward with your chest all the way down into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, we find a halfway lift. Let your hands slide up your shin bones. Crown of the head reaches forward. Tailbone reaches back. Exhale, fold back down. Bend your knees so you can plant your hands on the mat and step one foot back into plank and then the other. So next comes our Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm going to show the modified version first. Go ahead and watch first if you've never done this. So we're going to drop your knees, and you have this long line that I keep talking about, the staff pose. Think staff pose. From your shoulders down through your hips, down to your knees. Now pulling your belly button in, slightly tilting the tailbone up towards your face, you're going to bend at your elbows, pulling your elbows straight back in space, keeping your elbows tight by your sides, not splayed open. That helps to protect your shoulders. Meanwhile, pulling the shoulder blades down the back. So the shoulder blades, elbows are back, but chest and gaze is slightly forward, extending, and we're going to lower all the way down to our bellies. So that is modified Chaturanga. From here, press into the tops of your feet with your big toes and lift your kneecaps, strong legs, so flex all the muscles in your legs. And inhale, we come into baby cobra. This is the modified back bend version you will take in Sun Salutation A. Little to no weight in the hands, that same action of the chest forward and through baby cobra. Eyes look forward. Exhale, come back down. And inhale, pull your core in first, push down into your hands to lift back through that same long line with your spine, modified plank. Go ahead and curl your toes underneath. And then when we move back into downward facing dog, shorten your stance if you need. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, lift high on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, and step your feet up to forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, we reverse that swan dive we did earlier, so bend in the knees. Pull the belly button in. Use your core to come upright with your arms wide. Then up. Touch the palms. And exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Pulling your hands all the way down by your sides. Palms rotate forward back to Tadasana. So that was one round of Sun Salutation A. We'll move through it again together. And I'll show the more full version of Chaturanga Dandasana and the full modified back bending shape. So that's up dog instead of baby cobra. So let's go ahead and do it together. Bend in the knees, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step one foot back, and then the other. Go ahead and watch first. So this is the full Chaturanga Dandasana, so staying in plank with your knees lifted. Rotate your weight forward. The same action of pulling your elbows back and pulling your shoulder blades down the back, but our knees continue to hover. So we're going to lower down. The full expression is with 90-degree bend in the elbows, but the shoulders never drop lower than the elbows. That's the important injury resistance part, okay? So you're hovering here. The next transition is into up dog. So rotate your weight forward, moving onto the tops of your feet. Really strong in the legs, just like in Cobra. Every muscle squeezing in the lower body. And that squeezing in the lower body really slingshots the energy forward and up with your chest. So your chest pulls through, weight straight down into the hands. Palms are placed straight on the floor. This is upward dog. Your knees are off the floor. And to move into downward dog from up dog, you pull your chin to chest first, pull your belly button in, and use your core to move back to downward dog. Whew. A lot of effort in those back bends. Take a breath in wherever you're at, and exhale. Inhale, lift high on the balls of your feet, look forward, step, or you can also hop if that's accessible for you to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, back up to stand, hands touch overhead. Exhale down through prayer, and hands drop down and forward. Great job. So let's move through that Sun Salutation A, or Surya Namaskar A, one last time together. Take whatever modified version that you need. Or if you're not feeling it, you can wait for us in Child's Pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Keep your knees lifted if doing the full version, or drop your knees for modified Chaturanga. Lower. Inhale, find your back bend, Cobra or up dog. And exhale, moving back into down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, come high onto the toes, bend at the knees, step or hop into your forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, right. Touch the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Great work. So you can probably feel that your body's getting warmer, your heart rate's coming up. So that is Sun Salutation A. That's probably the most common of these two series. Next, we're going to work through Sun Salutation B together. And know that Sun Salutation B, instead of just one Chaturanga, we're going to do Chaturanga 3 times. And it's always an option in any class to skip the whole Chaturanga sequence and just go right into down dog. So we'll do it together first. The traditional way to start is with your toes together, a little space in your heels. If that feels uncomfortable, go to hip distance with your feet. Doesn't really matter. But we're all going to reach our hands up to mountain. And then exhale, sit the weight back into your heels, sit your butt back, we're coming into chair. And our arms from mountain pose circle out, down, and then back up overhead. If this causes strain on your shoulders, just come to prayer. But for all of us in chair pose, our weight really sits back. We want to look down and see our toes. So if your knees are hiding your toes from you, pull your shin bones back so you can look down and see the big toes. Take a breath wherever you are. And then exhale, push into your heels to straighten your legs and fold down. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and bend your knees. Step one foot back and then the other. So here's the first of 3 Chaturangas. Take whatever version you like. Inhale as you back bend. Exhale as you transition back into downward dog. And we move right into the right side. So inhale, shift forward into plank and pull your right knee to your chest and step that right foot between your hands. your back foot, your left foot, readjust so your whole foot is flat on the mat at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, we come up. This is warrior one. So a bend in your right knee, straight-ish leg on the left side. And we are squaring our hips towards the front of the room. The right hip pulls back, the left hip pulls forward, shoulders are square. And probably the subtlest but most difficult part of this pose is in your left foot. You really have to push to the outside edge of your left foot and lift the inner arch of your left foot. Taking an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands right back down. Here's opportunity for that second chaturanga. Again, if you'd like to skip it, you go right into downward dog. If you're taking chaturanga, lowering down, inhale in your back bend, and exhale, transition back into downward dog. My dog found a stick. I'm sorry if you can hear this. And then directly onto the left side. Inhale, rotate your weight forward into plank. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Spin the right heel down to the mat. Warrior one on this left leg. Inhale, coming up. So bend in your left knee, straight leg on the right side. Push into the outside edge of the right foot. Lift the inner arch. Square your hips forward. It's a lot of core work, warrior one. Exhale, hands come back down. Step back into plank. Here's that third and final option to take chaturanga. And your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everyone take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, come up high onto the balls of your feet. Bend at your knees, look forward, step, or you can hop to forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, sink the weight into your heels as you bend your knees, drop your butt into chair, circle your arms out, and then up. Chair, breathe in. And as we exhale, push into your heels, this time to stand upright. Hands come to heart center, and take a breath. So that is one round of Sun B. It's a little longer, it's a little more intense for our core, and it just brings our heart rate and our heat up even more. So we'll do that one just one more time together. Take whatever variation you need, starting in mountain. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, sit the weight back into your heels, chair. Sit the weight back as you breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet back. Moving through Chaturanga Dandasana or going straight into your downward dog. We all meet in down dog. And inhale, moving onto the right side. Step the right foot up, spin the left heel down. Traditionally, this is done with just one breath. You come into your warrior one here. And then exhale, right back down. Hands come down, step the foot back. Move through Chaturanga Dandasana or straight into down dog. Again, your choice. Exhale. And moving directly into the left side, so really no pause. Left foot forward, right foot back. Warrior one on the left. Rotate those hips square to the top of the mat. Exhale, the hands come right back down. Step the left foot back. Last opportunity for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Take one breath together. Inside out through the mouth. Inhale, come high onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees. Step or hop up to the top. Fold. Inhale, drop the booty back into chair. Arms circle around and up. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to center. Close your eyes. And a big sigh out through your mouth. Great work. So that was Sun Salutation A and B. Let's just move into chair. And then slowly lowering your butt down, down, down. We're coming onto our butts. Use your hands if you need to lower all the way down. Hands reach forward, chest reach forward, and then we round our back. Roll down, whew, one vertebrae at a time until the back of your head rests on the floor. Heel till your feet out wide. Take your arms in a big T, drop your knees over towards your right, and up and over towards your left. Up, over towards the right, stay there. Turn your head to look to the left. Full breath in, and full breath out, twist. Inhale back to center. Go ahead, drop your knees the opposite direction. Turn your head to look over to the right. Breathing in and out. Inhale, coming back to center. Knees are up. Heel toe the feet in a little wider. Pull your knees in towards your chest and just give your legs a hug. Find a little side to side rock. With your inhale, squeeze your legs in even tighter. Peel your head, your upper shoulders off the mat, bringing your nose to your knees. Squeeze everything in. And with your exhale, sigh it out through your mouth and release, releasing your legs, your arms, the back of your head to the mat. And you can let your legs extend out all the way long. Short and sweet Shavasana together. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Releasing all the effort, release the heat generated from Sun Salutation A and B, and allow your heart rate to come back down and your breath back into whatever pattern depth is normal for you. Bring the awareness back into your body by just moving your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms overhead and roll onto your right side as you're ready. Taking one breath on your side before you come up to sit. Finding a seated position, crisscrossing our legs. Finding the sit bones on the mat. We'll take a breath together. Turn your palms up, reach up, touch the palms. And exhale, pull your hands down through heart center, bowing your head. The divine light in me recognizes and sees the divine light in you. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope that this class helped to clear up any questions you may have had about Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B. If you have any comments or feedback, I always love to hear them. If you enjoyed this class and want to do more like it, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.